Good morning, everybody. Good morning. It's what is it? Today is Friday, October 10th, 25th. Excuse me, October 25th. I hope everybody's doing well today. Hope everybody had a great day yesterday. If you're just checking in with us, sure do appreciate that. You'll see on my chart this morning as we start out every day with the legal disclaimers. So take a second to read those. Everything that we do here is for educational purposes. And any of the trades we take here are not trade recommendations by any way, shape, or form, okay? So anything you decide to do is on your own decision-making ability. So hope everybody reads that and understands it's for educational purposes. All right, so we got the legals out of the way. All right, so if you read the description below, you'll see that what we're kind of about, and we want to make this fun place to trade and kind of learn a little bit about the markets and kind of what we do. And so you have three instructors here, myself, Soto, and Mitchell, and they'll come in here and talk. And looks like I got all three of us on here today, getting started early this morning, so that's good. So Soto and Mitchell, you guys there?
Yep, we're here.
Awesome. So
I am, buddy. Good morning.
good morning. Good. All right, so if you'll check out the chat, there's the videos up there, kind of the tools of the trade, and our Discord channel as well. So check those out if you get a chance. All right, guys. So you guys, we'll kind of get to it real quick before we start some conversation. Anybody got any trades going on this morning? Anything setting up?
I got a zone at 8:15, but maybe getting up in there here in the next 5-10 minutes, but nothing yet.
Okay.
I don't have anything.
You don't have. I got an hourly zone that's being respected right now. It's drawn up on my chart. I haven't drawn any new ones this morning as far as 5-minute goes, but I do have an hourly drawn at. Let me go ahead and find that at 0 hours this morning. So that's an hourly zone that had been pushed through. It was respected and bounced to the long side. Then it pushed through and it's big push down. Now it's coming back up and kind of respecting it. So at least I have that going on. I'm not trading it yet just because I'm getting going, but that's what I got on my chart if somebody sees that. All right. Excuse me.
Oh,
Yeah, you sound like you had a late night like I did, Mitchell.
yeah.
Yeah, you back in the office this morning?
No, I'm at home. I got in late last night from China, so
Yeah, okay, yeah. I'm sure I didn't
I'm working on getting my sleep schedule shifted back over.
Yeah, I imagine you're going to have to. Yeah, I'm sure. Oh, that's cool. That's cool. All right, so we'll kind of just start looking for some zones this morning. Go ahead and get those drawn up for everybody that might be watching. Paul, good morning, man. Good to see you this morning. Always good to see Paul. So awesome. All right, so let's check out some zones. What is anybody got some things drawn up?
Like I said, 8:15. Kind of 8:10, 8:15, but 8:15 encompasses both of them.
Yeah, I like that one. Yeah. So it's kind of right there in the top of that hourly zone there. There's definitely a zone drawn at 7:55. You can draw an inside zone there. I'll draw that. To the downside. A lot of low zones going on this morning.
Yeah, I was gonna say it stayed flat for a while, so it's got
Just have
some
to
weird
be
little
kinda-
zones.
Check out some of these things and see what's holding and what's not. So obviously price is bouncing out of a good zone here at the bottom. So I'll draw that for the chart. We've already missed it, but I'll at least draw that so people can be aware why price is bouncing. Alright. Yeah, so there's three little zones there along with that hourly zone. So that's pretty good for me right now. Knowing that there's some zones inside of zones type of thing, that could be respected, could be traded. I'll draw one more here for the fact that right here at 4:45 this morning, I'll draw that just because it's the bottom half of another zone. And price could get back up in there and reject right around that area. So I'll draw that. All right, so that's good enough for the chart this morning. I don't want to get too busy. I mean, you can actually draw zones all over this thing, and but don't want to do that. We'll kind of leave that up to Soto. He likes to do that. So, so we'll just kind of hold tight here and see what we can kind of come up with. There's a little zone at 645. If it's going to be respected, it could get respected and bounce here. It's at the bottom of it, but not going to trade it, but it could bounce, which it's doing. All right, so here we go. So I got the whole crew here early this morning. That's the first time in a while, so that's good. That's good. No news this morning to really worry about, which is good for the day. No trades been taken so far.
None on my end.
So, yep.
No trades.
No trades yet. Yep. So, just kind of wait for price. Going to set up price action. We just set up price action this morning and just kind of watching it right now, guys. So, if you're just joining us, we're just joining in.
Your yellow is your 1 hours and blue are 5 minutes. Is that correct?
That's correct. Yep.
Okay.
Yep. That's correct.
Mine's are the opposite, but that's okay.
Yeah, that's okay.
That would happen.
Yeah, exactly. That's about right for you. You say all the time you want to do opposite of what I say, so that's fine. So that just par for the course, man, with you.
That's just part of the course.
Which is fine, absolutely fine.
All right. Sorry, I'm just starting to draw my zones here. Do you guys have, or are you guys using the either 825 or 820 candles?
I'm using 815, 810, which also encompasses 820, 825.
Yeah.
So.
All right.
Yeah.
Use what you wish, my good friend.
Yeah.
Oh, he's going to. He's going to.
I swear, though, you have the most selective hearing of anyone I've ever been around. Like, we will discuss something, and no less than 30 seconds later, you'll be like, hey, and you'll literally say what we just talked about. I'll work with a guy like that. It amazes me. Y'all get zoned in. Like, I know you're just focused on what you're doing, and it's just selective hearing.
Yeah, sorry.
No, it's funny because I wish my brain would do that. I get distracted half the time because I listen to everything.
Yeah. We got a good look. Yeah.
We may make a new zone if this one will push down just a little bit more.
Yeah.
We'll make a new zone at 905.
Yep. That's a good push.
We need a good 3 more ticks out of it.
Volume's increasing.
You need to lube that mouse ball.
Yeah. It's the little wheel on top. It's a
Yeah, I know. I was just saying, it needs a little oil on it.
It does, yeah.
I'm on trackpad today, so
Okay.
it's like working with broken fingers. Ooh, I have my mouse in my backpack. I don't know what I'm doing.
This guy.
I might might I might look to take a bounce here around 3 even.
But that's working off an hourly, right?
Oh, no, that's a 5 minute there. No, that's a
What?
5 minute.
At what time?
Yeah, what time is that one?
Back at 1955 yesterday.
Yesterday.
It's
Okay.
just a good pivot candle, but prior to that, you see all these big wicks we got going on prior to that. The previous time, if you look at an hourly chart, you see tons of wicks right there to the rejection.
Yep.
And you just get into a little wicky area, but there's some big sellers in those wicks down there on the hourly time frame. I mean, big buyers. So right around 3 even, I would expect possibly a little bit of a bounce. So if volume stays low here, I might look to go ahead and put a trade in early on this morning at a bounce right there at 3.
3 even.
Is 3
Yeah.
in the bottom of the zone?
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's it right
it's
there, and
in
I just missed it. Yeah,
I was gonna go 375 if I was gonna hit it.
well, it's bouncing off of 3 even right now, but it looks like it might push through. But it bounced a little bit there. It could hold. I'm not sure, but I missed it at this point, so I'm not going to do it.
Yeah.
But it's bouncing nicely right there from 3 even.
Yeah. Right to it.
But now we have a new zone at 905.
Yeah, got a new zone short. Yeah. Draw that on the chart there. That's a traditional zone, guys, not a hidden zone. So that is a traditional
You can
supply.
fur that one.
And there is actually there is a hidden zone with that actually at 9 o'clock.
Yeah.
So you can tighten it up a little bit if you wanted to do that. There's a zone right there at 8:45 as well. So I think that's what you're probably referring to about shorting it. I mean front running it.
Yeah.
Yep, you can definitely do that for sure.
Mitchell, what are you trading? Which market?
Micro, bro.
All right.
My slot
Yeah,
machine.
I'm doing both here as well.
Man, yeah, it was a good bounce at 3 even. I hate I missed it. That's all right.
It was a good bounce.
I don't know if it would have got me in because my order would have been right at 3. So
It
depends.
didn't feel that. It didn't feel that position.
So it just depends on where I would have been in the order book. you
Yeah.
know, but anyway, so definitely got some potential if it wants to come back up in this area here. Where would you be getting in at this area here at 905? You think about front running that?
Yeah, like at 225.
Yeah, right at the bottom of that. But your zone, you're on the micro, so is your zone at 2.5 then?
Yeah,
Since you're
my
front
zone
running it?
starts at my zone starts at 2.5.
Okay,
and then
yeah.
and then goes to 3.25.
Okay, yeah. So we're just one tick below you there. Okay. Yeah, but I actually like I actually like 2.5. There's the big buyers at 2.5, but like I said, they're stuck probably. So they are stuck. It looks like so. Meaning that they might exit their positions pretty quick when price got back up into that area, which will produce sell-off. So I don't think that's a bad area at all. And there's big sellers at 75, 275. Big sellers at 3 even. I mean 2 even. So they could do anything right through there. So not opposed to.
Yeah. On Mitchell, we have a hidden zone at 9 o'clock.
Mm-hmm.
And so that starts at 2 flat. So really, you can almost go to 2 flat. Because
I like that, but it's kind of strong up around 3.25.
Okay.
There was it
Yeah,
was.
that's the hourly that it bounced out of. That's that hourly zone I had you. It bounced to the tick right at 3.25.
Mm.
So
Yeah.
I worried about going at. I saw 3, and you could even go down one more and run a 275 out of it, a 175. But I don't know. I think I'm gonna stick it at 2.25. If it wants me, it can get me. If it doesn't want me, I don't want to.
Oh, that's funny. Alright, yeah. So I'll put in the zone about 2.5, and my zone's coming on the ES guys. They're talking about micro, which is going to be one tick different. So make sure you guys identify. Are you guys always going to talk about? Well, Mitchell, you're going to stay on the micro for a while, right? Mitchell, I guess he stepped away.
He's not allowed.
Yeah, but so you're going back and forth between micro
Yeah, I'm
and ES.
on both. Yeah, so I'll
All right.
identify
Yeah.
micro / ES.
Thank you. Yeah, identify that if you don't care.
Yeah, Echo Sierra.
All right.
So what do you think about a trade here coming up, BK?
Yeah, I would look to go in around 2.5 here, because I got sellers at 275. So I'd like to go in at 2.5. It's kind of right in the middle of that zone, or close to the middle of the zone.
And it gives us the room for error in case it goes to the top
There you
of
go.
the resistance at a quarter.
Absolutely, absolutely.
That's where I was.
So
My
I'm at
logic was
2.5 would be where I would go in at
on the ES.
on ES. Yeah.
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 So
That was my
volume's low
logic
right
on-
there. So
Here we go. Let's
I'll
see
go ahead
if
and
we
put my
can.
position in here. I'll go ahead and
Yep.
put a position here. We got a lot of buyers coming in, but
Good morning, LJ.
LJ in the
LJ.
house this
I
morning.
was-
Yes, excellent. Good morning, LJ. So I got a position at 2.5. Watching volume here if it wants to stay low. Looking for a quick bounce out of this supply zone here.
Did you
See
get
if
in
we
yet,
can-
Soto? Or are you at 2.25 in the micro?
I'm at 2.5 in the micro. I'm at 2.5 in the ES.
Okay, you're being conservative on both. Good. There's a lot of buyers right here, but they can quickly be overrun here. But
Volume's looking good, so we'll stick
yeah,
with it.
volume's staying. Yeah, stick with it right now. That's right. Yeah, we're kind of hanging tight with it. Be quick to kill it if we need to, but definitely hanging tight with it right now.
Can't believe I'm the risky one today.
Yeah, where are you
going
sitting
in
at?
At the quarter.
At a quarter. Oh yeah, you're right there on it almost. One more tick.
I
Yeah,
will
it's already-
remind you that if you take the first trade and you lose, it's gonna be a tough one.
Come
That's
on
the
now,
one.
don't do that
I'm
to him.
saying.
He's in. You in now, aren't you, Mitchell?
I'm in.
All right, come on, baby.
All right.
Reject.
Yeah. Or maybe go up two more
That's
and
fine.
get
It
us
can go up.
an
Yeah,
check.
that's fine
Yeah.
too. Either way, I'm not worried. Either way, that's fine.
Either way. Yeah. Reject or go two up. One of those.
Yeah.
Or maybe reject, then come back, and then reject again.
Oh, that's funny. Yeah.
All right, here we go. Now we got the
Mitchell,
share
do
brand.
you have your what's your sound today, Mitch? You gotta give us a sound, man.
I don't have a sound. I need
You gotta
to get
come up with it, dude. You gotta come up
That
with
is-
it now.
You guys are the least committed people I've ever met in my life. I spent like hours looking for that sound.
I bet you did.
Come on,
Yeah.
come on, come on, come on, come on.
What took the longest was that I didn't know the name of the sound because I knew what I wanted. So I'm like Googling like weird stuff, like, because I didn't know that it had a name.
You didn't know it had a name.
Are you
Yeah.
in, Soto?
No, I'm at a 0.5, and it's on the micros touched me, but it didn't pick me up. And
There it is.
it's touched me on both. It didn't pick me up yet.
Yeah, same here.
I'm gonna move it up a little bit. I'm moving to 0.75
Okay.
on both.
Okay.
Hopefully, here's the rejection right here. Hopefully, Mitchell can get his point here,
Yeah.
and then I expect it to come back. We got volume slightly decreasing.
Yeah, with Mitchell on the trade, I'd like to go ahead and see this thing reject on out.
Yeah, waiting just to reject here.
Yeah, there you go. Come on.
It's okay, guys. I'll just move my stop.
yeah, you do that.
There we go.
You'll probably hang out with us for about another week, and you'll be done probably at that point.
Yeah. You got in at a quarter, correct, Mitchell?
Yeah, I'm in at a
And then
quarter.
all of a sudden you'll be like, "This is a scam. It don't work. This is all a scam." That's so funny. That's
I
so
would
many
never
people.
do that.
So many people
It's-
say that.
That's what
man.
Soto kept warning me about when we first started. Like, he just kept saying it over and over again. I said, Soto, it's one of those things. Like, I was told not to touch rattlesnakes when I was kids, and I've never touched one. I won't touch my stop.
That's exactly what he told me.
Okay, that's awesome. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
great.
I was like, you don't have to hound me about it. It's over.
Well, I feel like I had to because BK did it to me. So, which is good because there's apparently people that
Most
you
people
tell
do
them
it.
1,000 times and they still do it.
Yeah, 9 out of 10 people will do it. That's not a joke. 9 out of 10 people will do it because they cannot control their human emotion. They don't want to be wrong, and that's the first thing you got to grasp in this game is that you're going to be wrong. So all right, I removed my position. I don't like it. I think it's. I want it to come on down there. So I removed my position. Yeah. Just so you're aware, I'm not in the position anymore.
Yeah, I'm gonna exit here as well.
I'd like to go ahead and push on down.
If you'll give me a few ticks, and I'll exit myself.
Yeah. I'd like this thing to push
You
on
need
down.
3 more. You need 3 more ticks, right?
Well, yeah, I really just need 2 more ticks, and I'll probably close her out because I don't like the way price action looks right now. But I'll be patient if y'all want me to just go for broke here.
You do what you want, bro. It's your money.
You gotta manage your account.
Yo money. Yo money.
Yeah, the problem is I don't like the way the price action closed on the 920.
No, I don't either. That's what I was saying.
That's the problem.
Yeah, I like volume decreasing, but
it could come back up here right at the top of that and reject off, bounce off there. Volume's still low.
You could also flash on us.
Yeah,
sure
you get a little flash. I mean,
BK, and I know a little bit about that.
Yeah, I love I hate to say this, but around 304 is pretty strong to be short. So I hope it doesn't get to that high though.
At 4?
Yeah, 4 even. That's a pretty strong area. It looks like.
Yeah.
But I hope it moves on down first.
Yeah.
It's the beauty of the micro, though. It's just like a slot machine. It's all good.
Yeah, that's that. But what you just said there is more powerful than you realize, man. Because the fact that your account's more than more than enough to trade the micro, right? But it's because I've said this from the beginning, and I think so you'll remember when I said this, but I've said this at the beginning of this channel that everybody has a pain tolerance when it comes to money, of relevance of when it really means something, right? I mean for the fact that money means something, but let's say you have a $5,000 account and you're trading at a $5 point value, right? You're not going to freak out when you lose a point. When you take this 1 point stop, you lost 5,000. I mean, you lost $5 out of 5,000. So not a big deal. But if you were trading 10 contracts on the ES Mini and you lost 1 point, well, now you've lost a whole lot more than that, right? So you can't. So it's a whole different ball game. So with you trading a heavier account on a micro, it gives you, from your psyche standpoint, gives you yourself. You relieve that pressure of having to be right. You want to be right, but when you lose,
but you're also learning.
Okay.
So it's like you don't want to learn and lose. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's really, really good. I wish more people would start on the micro with a heavy account. Even with $1,000, a micro is good. You don't stress out about it. But our challenge is on $1,000 on an ES contract, but it's a 1 point stop, which is $50, which is not bad either. But you got to be disciplined to be done at that point, and that's the difference. So I'm glad you're on the micro because I think that's going to help just from a mentality standpoint for time being to kind of get your confidence back, and I think it's good for everybody to do that.
I think your point was best described by the episode of The Office when the white shirt has like his daydream, like what if his ideal life goals is that he is his own manager, and he's like, and I will make $80,000 a year, and like you're like, really, on your dream is to make $80,000, but to him that's a lot of money. So
right. So I hate to say that. I don't want this. I like that analogy, but also I want to say it, and I hope people don't take this wrong. But like you just said, if $80,000 is your dream to make that, then that's
Right,
that's
your
all you'll ever
tolerance-
make, probably.
Right, well, and your tolerance of money is a lot. It's different than somebody who makes a lot more, or even someone who makes a lot less, right? So
Right.
going back to your example, so
Absolutely, it's all relevant to you, and
Yeah.
that's what I'm saying. It's good to trade based on that. If you're scared to pull the trigger when your setup's there, that means you're over trade. You got too much money at risk,
right,
and that's not the way to trade. So. It doesn't matter if you had $100,000 in there. You want to trade one ES contract. That's fine. I think that's good if that can give you the ability to pull the trigger when you need to pull it without second guessing it.
Right.
Because you're scared of losing. So it just everybody has a different tolerance to that.
yeah.
And I'm not gonna lie. When I first started, mine was pretty tight.
I was going to say my tolerance is very limited.
Yeah, and it's okay, but over the last 20 years, it's grown exponentially, with the ability to just say, no big deal, I have so many contracts on there. No, if it loses, great. If it wins, great. No big deal. But I've also fought the game of learning money management and just understanding that, it's not a get-rich-quick scheme. You're not going to do that overnight, and get to where you're willing to take some wins and losses and let it grow over time. And then, like we teach, that same contract or 10 contracts or 100 contracts, whatever you're trading, is going to be worth a whole lot more money over time.
Yep. You know what is also not fast? It's Mitchell not getting this point right here.
Yeah, exactly. You still in this trade, Mitchell?
I'm still in.
Yeah. So we got what? When does the market open? Is it 9:35 or 9:30?
9:35.
Are you seriously asking that?
Okay. Well, it always confuses me because
It
It's
opens at
open
9:30. No, it opens at
9:30, but it's at a
9:30.
9:35 candle, right?
Yes.
Yeah,
It opens
see?
at 9:30.
Yeah,
You
so
see all the
9:30
price action during that 9:35 candle because it's happening prior to.
Okay, see,
Yeah,
I wasn't
when
wrong.
When it closes at
Yeah.
9:35, but it actually
Thank
opens at
you.
9:30. Okay.
Yes, and that's what I meant.
Okay.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I think we've discussed that before, Mr. Selective Hearing.
We have. Again, I only have limited space in my brain, so I choose to pick the
Well, I would
thing.
open up a memory slot for that.
Yeah, that's kind of important since it's pretty crucial to what you're trying to do here.
Yeah, I would delete something else you have that's less relevant.
Yeah, go ahead and
Well,
delete some of the
I-
medical files that you're not using. Some of that medical knowledge you're not using anymore.
Yeah, I've memorized a lot of lines from The Office, so I'll probably have to delete some. You know?
You need to clean up today. That's what you need to have a disc clean.
Yeah. Okay, I get your
come on,
point
baby.
here. Let's see, how's it looking?
It's looking about as bad as well.
There it
I mean,
is, right?
There it is.
if it'll flash down, we're good.
Oh, come on.
What do you have to get to? Where's your on the micro?
125.
125.
Oh, okay.
Or I could close it out right now. I mean, make some
No
points.
reason I wouldn't. Make some points or some ticks.
Or some ticks. I mean,
Okay.
just make some
Well,
ticks.
shoot, it's only one tick away from your profit target right now, right?
Or no, not with me. See, I'm on the micro, so it's
Two.
3.
There should
Right.
be there.
There we go.
Did it get you?
I got it.
Market's
so
open.
I get my first day
Nice.
of being the first trade.
Hey, all right, that's a celebration.
All
I wish
right.
I had some celebration music.
Yeah, really wish you had some celebration, but
That's awesome, man. Good job, Mitchell. I was right there at the open. That flash put you in at the open for the winner. So Mitchell
Took
takes a
lot to hold
win.
in.
Mitchell takes a win for the community today.
There we
Good
go.
job, Mitchell. So you got to do what I make Soto do now. You got to take a picture of it. You got to take a screenshot of your of your chart there. Okay, with showing
Soto,
your
what's that?
entries.
Something print screen?
no, just right click and go to save.
Would you
chart
rather?
image.
All right, let me get it in. Let me get it in just the regular.
It don't matter. Whatever you got to do, it don't matter. It just
I have.
no, I
well,
want your trade.
I was
want
running
your
off
trade.
order flow,
Okay.
so
Yeah. Don't do it off order flow. Do it off the regular chart. Yeah.
Oh yeah, don't do it.
That just confused everybody, but I like
Yeah.
that you trade off that. That's good because I have that chart pulled up too. But all right, so watching
want
this
to.
thing here. Four. I said four was pretty good, right? Earlier.
All right, so I
that's
right click Soto and then what?
You said 4, yep, and it's bouncing right up,
right
tick below
underneath
that.
Yeah. So we got, but this is our big volume, so I'm not trading it. But it's a D open. But we'll watch that area right there. 4.25. It's pretty strong.
Yep. Sorry, Mitchell. What did you say?
Save chart image.
Yeah, just right click, save chart image. It's gonna save it to your folder, whatever folder or laptop, desktop, and then yeah, just email that, and then you can also post it on Discord if you have that.
Why won't it let me delete? 10:25. I gotta go outside and discipline my dog real quick. He's jumping on top of my air conditioner unit and just sitting up there. He's gonna blow through it here in a second, I'm convinced. 108-pound animal does not need to be sitting on my unit.
No.
Oh man, you're tough.
Do you still have the other dog you picked up on the street?
Yeah,
Nice.
I'm gonna fight him.
No,
I'm
you're not.
I'm
Come on
literally
now.
kidding. That was 100% a joke. He was a fighting dog though in his previous life.
I hate that.
Oh, you used to belong to Michael Vick?
Yeah, that's one of Mike's dogs.
Yeah, he's the sweetest dog now though. I mean, it took me a while. I had to take him to a bunch of dog parks and introduce him, and I've been I'm pretty good, man. I'm not like straight up the dog whisperer, but I've saved a bunch of them. I have a soft spot for dogs. I don't know what it is.
That's good.
Stop it.
This is a good rejection right here, and I can't take it. Man, that's gonna be good rejection, I think. Right
I'm
here.
gonna take a trade here at 475.
At 75, you're gonna go up. Yeah, see, it's good rejection right there, 4.25. Dang, a lot of sellers there. That's all right.
Yeah.
Can't take the trade. I said I wouldn't do it, and I'm not gonna do it.
Oh man, it's raining. That's probably why he's acting like a crazy person.
Yeah, you didn't know it's raining?
So you're 200 miles from me.
It's like the whole state.
Price is pushing up, so I guess that's a good thing. It's pushing right through all that.
Yep. All right, I'm in the trade.
All right, yeah, 75. Yeah.
75. Let's see if it gets to
That's
me.
a good zone there.
High risk.
What do you mean if it gets to you? It's good. It's there. You in.
I mean, I said if it gives it to me.
All right, I'll be back.
Gives it to you. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right, come on. There you go. Come on.
Yeah.
Couple more ticks.
Nope.
Yeah, it's pushing strong. A lot of buyers coming in.
Are they?
Well, it's kind of slowing down a little bit here, so there's a lot of big buyers at 4 even, but they're pushing now.
Yeah.
But it's at the top of our zone there, so I wouldn't worry about it yet.
Oh gosh.
Oh dang, man, you all right?
That was my computer slamming against the wall.
All the big sellers right here, right now at 5 even, so that's a good thing. They're trying to start pushing. Dang. Wow. Holy cow.
That's my dog. I'm going back outside. He'll be crazy for a second.
Alright.
Make a lot of noise.
Yeah.
He was shaking. What about running a 650, which would be 675 for you guys?
Yeah, 625 is actually the bottom of that zone that we have drawn at 755. So I mean, it actually correlates a little bit with you're out of that.
Yep.
Yeah, so I would look at maybe that's perfect rejection right there, 6.25. But
Yeah.
all right, Soto, sorry man, it's wanting to
That's
push.
all right.
It's wanting to push.
Yeah, still pushing. I'm not gonna trade here to go against it. Wait, if it bounced off, if it breaks through this, it's gonna want to keep going. Let's see if it rejects.
Yeah, it could definitely reject right here in 6 and 7.
Yeah, nice, yeah.
7.5. That's a good rejection spot there.
Yep. I jumped on the wrong zone. I should have gone to the top zone there.
So
I just got another point.
awesome. Good job, man. That was a good
Hey,
trade
buddy.
right there. 7.5. Good trade.
I did it at 650 on the micro.
Yeah, nice job. That's good. Yeah, very nice. Very nice. I was just looking at order flow and missed that trade. I would have had it set at 675, which was right at the top of this rejection. So I don't know if I'd have got in, but that's where I would have had my order. I just didn't get it in time. I'm not going to put it in there now at this point. So I think I might already miss that good rejection at this point. So we'll just be patient, wait. The market just opened, so not rushing. Not the rush on.
Just got another one.
Huh?
I don't know. Something went. I put in my trailing stop and it like gave me the first point, but it didn't take the. It left it like it was still in again. So
That's because you're
literally.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? Like
Yeah,
I don't know how that happened.
your
it
trailing,
was-
that means your trailing stop is probably sitting at 5 ticks, and your profit target's at 4 ticks. So it's not going to move it until it goes 5 ticks in. So if you
Okay, so it didn't move it, but then it gave it to me again. Like it went through the whole cycle again.
gave you,
So I made. Let's see what I made on it. Because the cash register went off twice.
yeah. So what
I
it did,
made
it just moved it into profit 1 tick probably, and that's what gave you that other cash register, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, cool.
Good day, boys.
Yeah, look at you. Look at you. Out of the way. Come on back.
Come back from Asia and I'm hitting it. I took
Awesome.
some math classes while I was over
There
there.
you go. There you go. That's a good
You had
place
to go
to take
train
it.
with this. You had to go train over there.
Yeah, I hear you. I hear you. Good job. man.
Meanwhile, Soto's straight grinding his teeth.
Yeah. Oh man, that's funny.
He's like, oh no, 10:25, the day Mitchell got his first point.
That's awesome.
That's good, buddy. Hey, 2 in a row. There you go.
So I
man.
could go inside and y'all can hear my dog shake, or I can come outside and y'all can hear the police officers in my neighborhood.
Yes. So.
Oh,
It's
man.
like the Bronx.
There you go. You're representing the Bronx of Huntsville. Huh?
Yeah.
Stop it. Yeah.
I'm really not kidding.
All right, I got a trade sitting at a quarter here.
All
7 and
right.
a quarter.
Why do you
But-
have that trade there? Let me ask you. Why do you have it there?
There's a sign. I hit it so right there at
Where is that?
7:15.
Over here at 7:15. Okay, well, don't be defensive, man. I was just asking a
No,
question. You're
I'm
like-
not being defensive.
I'm gonna go ahead and draw that up because you're right. There is a hidden zone there.
I'm not being defensive, by the way.
Because there's a zone at 7:15. I mean, there's a zone there. You little flustered, man. You lost the trade this morning, little flustered.
No,
son.
I'm not.
All right, you into the quarter here?
No, it hasn't picked me up yet. Neither.
Okay.
Bouncing off.
Oh,
I'm
that's
getting
funny.
picked up. It's picking up the contract slowly, but not. It didn't pick them all up. It only picked up a handful. All right, it's picking them up, and it's picking them up still. It's like the slowest picking them up here.
Yeah, you must
All right,
have. You
I'm
must
all
have
in.
okay, you must
I'm
have
all
fill
in
in
now.
partial order then.
Yeah, now all in now.
Yeah. Because there's a setting you can do where you can fill up just partial contracts, or you can fill up all or nothing type of contracts. So
Oh, really?
yeah, so you
Oh.
must have that partial. So
Yeah. My fault.
yeah, no worries.
If I lose because of that ringtone,
Well, hopefully it'll help you win.
maybe. Not looking good to the match.
Oh, what do you mean it's not looking good? It looks pretty good to me. You got in at a quarter.
You had a quarter, but it's not bouncing off.
I think that's perfect. I think that's a great trade. To be
Then it's
honest.
good.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think volume's down, rejection wicks are coming. I mean, I think that's a good looking trade. Don't see any big sellers. Right, the only big seller I see is actually above that at 308, but that's okay. It's pushing. I like the actual rejection wick on it so far. I like the price action thus far. So hopefully it gives it to you.
Yeah. Let's see. Needs to break this 50 here.
There you go.
Let's see what it does. Yep. It bounced there. Didn't give it to me yet.
Bounced on it though. Yeah, that's good. Got some buyers right here. It's 06. Oh, there it is.
All right, there it is.
Yes.
All right,
There
I
it
got.
is.
Oh, it's double because
Uh-oh.
the micro NES
Oh, you got both
So-
of them. Nice.
Yeah. at the same spot.
Nice.
And let's see if we can lock in those 2 points here. At it needs to get to 5 1/4 to get my two points locked in. But I don't know if it'll come. It looks like it might come back and take me out. No big deal.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Well, I've got an order sitting at though 525 to go long.
I'm out. Uh-huh.
So
Five-
we'll see. 525 to go long.
Yeah, I like that.
So we'll see if it wants to come on down and give us that opportunity for a long trade here.
Well,
Lot of
it's
support
bouncing off that resistance there, or support there at 575, and you got a
Yeah.
little hidden zone there at 745.
Right. Yeah, when you got a hidden zone here at 535, that kind of reconfirms the entry where I'm sitting at 535 this morning. So, and as well as our previous zone that's been flipped to a demand zone now. So if you look at my chart, I have 3 zones overlapping right here. I could actually put a 4th one there that shows a lot of confluence. Meaning, let me put this 4th one right here. And the reason I would look to trade off of this zone here. So if you're watching my chart, or if you look at it, you can kind of see a lot of confluence right there in this price range where I got my order at. 4 zones hitting right there. So plus I got big buyers at 5 1/4, 5 even, 306. You know, so there's a lot of good reasons to be in this trade to the long side if price wants to come back in this area for a bounce.
525.
Yeah.
Paul made he made 2 points. He made a point 4 and 5 and 7.5.
All right, Paul.
So good
I hear
job, Paul.
you. I hear you, Paul.
Paul
So,
didn't have to go across the world to go make points, and
307
just,
and a half. So
you didn't have
Paul,
to
was your
track-
475 your 304.75 point, that's obviously a long trade, right? Or was that earlier this morning? Or was that a bounce trade? What was that? Tell me if those are long or short, please. I'm pretty sure I know your 3750 is short, but you got right into the top of that, man. That's a great trade right there, Paul. Right at the top of that short of the 750.
Long.
Long on the 304.75 and short at the 750, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, nice
Hey,
job, Paul.
this may come back and pick us up here, buddy.
Yeah, looking forward to. I mean, there's a lot of support there. It says buy right there, so I'm in that position because I believe it's a good spot for a bounce. You know, no matter what should happen, I believe it's I like the area, so we'll see. We will see if it wants to give us a little bounce here. Still like it. Still like it. So, Mitch, did you figure out how to take that picture yet? Mitchell? He's made his 2 points. He said, I'm gone. I'm done. See
He
y'all.
may be-
Sorry, I've been talking to y'all this whole time.
Have
I've been
you
on
really?
mute. I was like, I guess they're just like don't like what I've been saying.
That's it.
Because I was like, yeah, I like the 525, and then you were like, yeah, I like the 525, and I was like, what in the world? This is not even making sense.
Oh,
but I've been
really?
on mute. Sorry, I muted it when when SWAT came in, so I figured.
There you go.
Yeah, so I sent it to you already.
All right, cool. Thanks.
That's funny.
So we'll post that at the end when we do our When we do our recap, we'll post that Mitchell's chart there to show the 1 point a day has been met by Mitchell or Soto. So this happened to be Mitchell today. So great, good job, Mitchell.
Yeah, Mitchell.
See, when I get here on time.
Yeah, that's it, man. You get on time, you get to get in on that action, don't you?
Wow. My day job gets in the way.
Yeah, most people's do.
What I went to college for. What pays my mortgage.
Yeah.
It won't be long though.
That's it. You keep sticking with it. It won't be long. You can do this. You can do it.
The Wolf of Rocket City.
That's it. Nothing wrong with that, man. I like it.
Soto and I are going to open up a taco truck.
That's right.
Awesome. I like it. I'll come see you if you do.
Yeah.
And there's a disclaimer that it has nothing to do with the fact that he was born in Costa Rica. We just like tacos.
Yeah.
I know my
But
wife
now
will
we
come see
have to
you.
back it though, because I'm from Costa Rica though.
What's that?
That makes it authentic though, since I am from Costa Rica though.
Oh yeah, yeah. I know you live there for. Yeah. You know.
What,
yeah,
like 3 or 4 days?
That's
he was born there for a week, and he's back into the luxury lifestyle.
His parents just happened to be traveling through Costa Rica when his mother went into labor.
I think it was a little more intentional than that, but oh, good for him. Yeah. It would be authentic though.
it will be. Yes.
But you're gonna have to get my wife's approval on that, man. That's her favorite food, man.
Me too, man. That's when I come back from China every time. Like, I got to the airport last night, Madeline said, "You want to go get Mexican?" I said, "Yep."
Well, yeah.
That's my jam.
That's it. That's funny because my wife. That's exactly what my wife does when she comes back from international travel.
Right.
That's the first place she looks for when we're in Nashville or somewhere. So let's find. We go to Baja Burrito, man.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, is that not? That place is so good.
Yeah, it's awesome. Isn't it? A little Baja.
And then Blue Coast. I don't know if y'all
Yeah,
have tried Blue Coast burrito, but
Yeah, we've got one here now. So that's the same company. It's just
Oh, really? Yeah.
Baja. Is
we
an
have one.
offshoot of
Where
Blue
there's one in
Coast.
Florence.
Yep. There's one in Florence now. Yeah. Blue Coast.
I will literally drive to Florence now that I know that.
Well, let me know when you're going over there, and I'll meet you.
Yeah, we'll meet up for some Blue Coast. It's a lot closer to Nashville.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, absolutely. All right.
I had a good friend of mine from high school worked for Billy Reed, the designer that y'all have there in Florence, downtown.
Yeah. Sure enough, yeah. All right, we got some charts posting here. Soto's typing. Good job, Post. Good job, Soto.
Thank you.
I like your posting. That's good, man.
I'll have to get a hold of this discourse thing.
Yeah, man, just sign up. It's free to do that, and then join us, and you can post your charts there as well. I think that would be good. For anybody that's kind of on this channel, I'd love for people to jump on there and post their charts if they want to. That'd be good, just for conversation and just in general to kind of see what people are looking at. Soto is like the loudest typer, man. I mean, he's
Okay.
just pounding on them things.
I knew they were gonna say something.
He sounds like my dad when he gets a hold of a keyboard.
Stop
Dunk, dunk, dunk. I mean, it's like you're pounding on them thing, like you got lead fingers, man.
This laptop is from the
Oh, it's the
1912.
laptop.
Oh,
Okay,
yeah, is it?
It's that's why it sounds like
I would always
okay.
tell Dad, I'm like, it's not the old school typewriters anymore. You don't have to hit it hard.
that.
It's electric.
That's funny.
One, two.
Even though price is running up here, I'm still going to keep my position there because I think when price does come back, I think it's a strong area to kind of regain some strength and give the opportunity for buyers to kind of re-up their positions there. So I'm going to still hold my position. I'm not going to remove it just yet. So just for anybody that has any kind of interest in that. See anything to the top side here? Let's see. We got anything to the top side that's going to reject? We do have a zone there. I haven't drawn it, but because it had already been triggered, but I will draw it now.
Yeah, you talking about the 7 o'clock, Ken?
Yeah. No. I'm talking about the. That is one. I mean, that's part of the one. Yeah. I'm gonna draw this bigger one here at 310, knowing that it encompasses that 7 o'clock. So, and this is the 7 o'clock zone he was talking about there. So that's a good zone there too, but it's rejecting out of that area.
What time you said?
7.
7.
Yours is 7 o'clock, and I drew a big one at 310 this morning. That encompasses your 7 o'clock.
310. Okay.
Just kind of give us. I'm not trading any of that, but I'm just trying to mark up where we're seeing rejection and why that's happening. I think it's a good habit to understand why price is moving the way it does, and where these potential turnaround points are, and why price is turning around where they do. There's a reason for that. It's just not all random. There's a reason for it. So you find these areas of strong supply and demand, and then and hidden supply and demand, and then you kind of you start to see the patterns, and you start to read the story of the market, and why things are going to do what they're doing. And that's the kicker: how good you can get to doing that, and how good are you at doing that ahead of time, and that's kind of what we're looking at and watching here. So to me, that tells me we had this good push move out here at 9 this morning. Now we're coming into the 10 o'clock hour, not too far, which usually gets trend direction pretty good, especially on a Friday. So what this would tell me right here, the price wants to push up through this area here, but it's going to end up needing some more strength to do that. So that's the reason I'm leaving my position in. I'm kind of thinking through, if I were price, what's my concept, what do I need to do to go higher? And the big boys will need to come back down and regain some strength to go long here. So I'm leaving my position there. I got big buyers at that position. So I think they're going to re-up their strength there. If they're going to add more positions there if price were to come back through there to push to the long side. That's kind of my thought process as of right now with the information that I have. So I think it's going to reject out of this area for time being. But I think it's going to come back and gain some strength. It could gain strength at in this 950 candle too, if price really wants to push up here. It could come back and gain strength there as well, because there are big buyers right at 306 too. So watch that. So that's kind of my thought process, let this story unfold for me, and just kind of being patient here. I definitely got a lot of zones on my chart this morning. That's more than I normally do. Kind of trying to become like Soto a little bit here, and showing you all the zones.
That's right.
Yeah, so it's pushed through that zone, so we should look to see some rejection.
The only way you can diagnose the problems by testing it.
There you go.
It's by having a zone.
There you go. There you go. Yeah. No trades yet for me this morning, guys. So if you don't see markers on my chart, that means there's no trades, because I put markers on the chart there. That way, nothing's being hidden on the channel here. So you see my markers when I win and I lose. So if you don't see any markers, that means no trades have been taken yet. Even though we have good price action, we've had some good areas to trade, but just price never picked us up in those areas, so I had to move trades and just have to be patient. Mitchell and Soto both taking trades this morning, and had some winners and losers this morning, but so we're just being patient here to get some more opportunity. All right. We do have a 1 hour. We have 1 hour at 9 o'clock from yesterday. That's just over. That's just orange box that you're hanging off, that's up at the top here. It's kind of hanging out up there. I've got rejection off of it this morning already. Over here to the left hand side at 305. So it might still reject out of that area a little bit. So we're going to watch that. But you're actually bouncing on the VPOC. 309 even is the VPOC from yesterday's price action. So that's usually you get some rejection right here at that 309 area. So.
I just sent you guys a good video to watch when it slows down a little bit. A short little clip of dinner one night in China.
All right. Cool.
You'll love it, Brad.
I will, huh? All right. We'll watch that.
They told me the shrimp were really fresh. And you'll understand when you see it.
Okay.
It's moving around.
Yeah, they're alive.
Nice.
You gotta kill it.
That's fresh.
They just bit the head off.
You didn't participate in that?
I actually ate the body, but I did not bite the head.
There's a lot of vitamins and minerals in the head.
Yep. I get those from Centrum.
There you go. I don't need the live shrimp to get those. Thanks, though.
Centrum one a day gives me all I need.
Right.
Oh, man. Goodness. Let me go ahead and move that for a few minutes here. I might end up taking a short here.
A short meaning to go short?
Well, that's what short means, to go short, right?
Did you crack me up?
Costa Rica has a different meaning, so he's like,
No, he's not making pancakes.
No short stacks here, man.
Yeah.
All right, here.
I just hate this language barrier, man.
Yeah, it's massive, isn't it? It's just a lot of words that just don't correlate.
Yeah.
Oh, man. Let's see here. Where do I want to get in short if I want to go short? Where is that at? Where is that price at? I want to do that. $3.10 even is a good spot, I think. Get that line right there. Alright. Man, I hate to draw another zone, but I'm going to have to kind of draw another one here. Shoot. I don't like drawing all these zones.
I hate having a cluttered screen.
It's just, this becomes too much here, but
Starts stressing me out.
doesn't.
Stop it.
But it's a good zone, that's the problem. It's a good kind of overlapping area. It's just not as low as I'd like it to be. Alright, so I might look to get in at 307 to the long side here for a bounce, potentially. Big sellers, it could kind of turn into buyers at that point if they're kind of hurting. They kind of got stuck in this position here. They're stuck. So they become buyers at that point at that price to get out of positions. So you gotta look at that position there potentially.
You looking at 7 flat?
Yeah, potentially 7 flat for the bounce, and volume wants to stay low there. It's kind of right there in the top of a zone. And it's inside another zone that's created at 950.
Yep.
You know, so you have a lot going on there.
There's kind of a lot going on around this area.
Yeah.
Kind of a lot of sideways.
It's pretty strong right there. There's a lot I'm pretty strong that way. So I'll go and put it by in at 7 flat.
Here's my question.
I just
Is
got a
it-
point. I had jumped
Nice.
in at
Really?
This guy.
at
Oh.
850 intra candle on the last one.
Oh,
Nice.
okay.
Y'all were chatting,
All
so
right.
I didn't want to.
Okay.
So look at there. So we're up to 4 today.
Good job,
Four.
man.
Wow.
All right. So
Nice.
I'm gonna move my position because it bounced right at 7. This
Yeah.
bounce. So I'm just gonna move that. That was a good spot, but I've already missed that first opportunity there, so I'm gonna take that off. But it was a good spot. I just it was one tick short on it. It just touched me and took off. So I got to remove that. Now looking for shorts again up at the top here.
See, I don't have any higher than like 850,
Yeah, me neither.
so I don't know where I would short it. Any
Well, I got
higher
a
than-
1 hour zone at 9 o'clock. Okay, the short. That's what this 1 hour zone is to the short size at 9 o'clock. Okay, I got a lot of buyers right at 10 even. I got a lot of buyers. A lot of sellers at 10 even. So I would actually just front run that one tick at 975 to be short.
Right.
To let it push me in there. That's what I'd be looking for. As long as volume's staying low there, I would look for some rejection out of that area. We got the value area high from yesterday at 10 even. We had the VPOC at 9 even, so it's pushing around that area. So that's the 1 hour zone I have on my chart that you can see here is that 9 o'clock from yesterday. It's a hidden zone. It's been rejected out of there a few times, but today it's touched it and bounced out of it. So I'd go a little bit higher than that today. I'd go one tick higher than that for a short trade.
Well, you think DoorDash delivers Jack's biscuit and gravy?
Oh.
Man, shoot! I bet you they would.
Let's see if
That
we can
sounds
get
good,
a
actually, right there. Oh man, I love me some biscuits and gravy now from Jack's too.
Hungry, but I'm not hungry enough to leave my internet access.
You made 4 points today, man. Take off, dude.
Well, that's only $17.
It don't matter. It don't matter. That covers
Don't
your breakfast, man. It's the 4 points, man. It's the 4 points.
order anything but the dollar menu.
Hey man, I like the dollar menu, dude. On a lot of places.
I don't think Jack's has a dollar menu. Jack's is kind of pricey.
I like Jack's, man.
Yeah. I like the breakfast.
Jack's is a little pricey, however, it's worth it.
I like the breakfast and the milkshakes. That's it.
Yeah.
I do like the
burgers
fries,
I'm not a fan of.
Your
Uh.
dad hates the Jack's commercial about the wedding, the out south wedding, where they're getting married in what do you call those 4-wheelers?
Yeah, oh gosh. My
Yeah.
dad hates all commercials.
Yeah, your dad's like, we don't do that.
He's always like, I'll tell you, son, whoever marketing guy came up with that commercial, I would have fired him on the spot.
Yeah.
Well, you were never in marketing. And you talked about that commercial, which in turn makes it
exactly
successful.
right.
Right.
Exactly
It's
right.
like the best commercial now. That's funny.
Jack's not available on DoorDash.
They are?
No,
Uh,
get
they wouldn't.
McDonald's, Cracker Barrel,
Mm.
IHOP.
I like McDonald's.
Yeah.
I've yet to use one of those, so I'd be. What's the charge for that? The service
If
charge
you
for that?
if you pay like a $30 yearly fee, it's free.
That's what they gave you.
But if otherwise, it's like $2 for the delivery, and then whatever you want to tip your driver, which is a couple bucks, $3-4.
So that $1 menu, that dollar biscuits could turn into $7.
Yeah, man.
Nice. All for the convenience of your home, though. So that's what makes that thing work.
We have grocery delivery in Huntsville now too,
Yeah.
and it's $100 a year, and then it's free grocery delivery from Publix. And no joke, you just go on there and fill your cart, tell them what time you want it delivered, and someone brings it to your house.
Yeah. Nice. Yeah. Yeah.
I think that's a game changer. That's huge.
It is, except for the fact that the the shoppers sometimes like really don't do well with meat and vegetables. They'll get you a bunch of bruised apples.
Yeah, I can see that.
It's like, did you throw these on the ground right before you put them in the cart?
Right? Yeah. I guess that would be good for your typical, stuff. But when it comes to
like
meat,
if you want to get like normal stuff, but I get most of that off Amazon anyway. I'm an Amazon junkie.
Yeah.
Your groceries on Amazon?
Well, like all like non-perishables.
Really?
I get off Amazon. Yeah.
Wow.
And like dog food, I haven't carried a bag of dog food in years. It's like free delivery on 50 pounds of dog food. I just do that.
Huh. Yeah, I can understand that, I guess, dog food and stuff.
It's like my neighbor ordered some tires, and she needed help loading them into the truck.
Your neighbor?
Yeah.
Or the worst neighbor?
Those tires
were you able to do that, Soto, or did you just say, I don't know anything about tires, I'm not helping?
No, I can lift stuff. Unfortunately, I didn't know this tire's weighted 400 pounds. And I have a slight hernia potentially, but it's not out yet. Oh, my word. No, I don't have a hernia, I'm kidding. But I told her I had a hernia. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Thankfully, someone else already had come before I did and did it. So, because I got out there, because I had to go change. And, these tires were big, and I was going to get dirty, so I had to go change. And by the time I got back, somebody else did it. I was like, oh, okay.
I'll tell you what kind of neighbor I am, Soto. My neighbor had a tree fall in her yard last year, a huge tree, and I cut it all up and moved it to the road for her before she even asked me.
That's a good
That's a nice guy right there.
So now
I would have done the same thing.
All kinds of casseroles and cookies, and pork chops.
Yeah. Pork chops, yeah.
Dude, she can make some bomb pork chops on the weekends. They get to grilling over here.
Yeah. Yeah. Now, I was going to help with the tires. I just had to go change because I was not properly fit to lift 200-pound tires.
Not properly
Just take
fit.
your shirt off.
It's important to be properly fit now.
Yeah. Well, you don't want to be wearing sandals, lifting tires, and you slip.
Maybe not.
It's a tire. Assuming she doesn't have a monster truck, how heavy could it have
been? Yeah, really.
Yeah. All right. You guys forget I'm 5'6", right? I'm not like the tallest in the world.
So yeah, you should have a real good center of gravity.
Yeah, that just makes it easier for you to lift it, man.
Alright, so I know it's gonna be make fun of.
That's why you see all these power lifters. They're short, man.
Yeah, you just squat down and you only have a couple inches to go up.
Yeah.
All right, we got price rejected really nice again off of that hourly zone. So, but I've got an order sitting at $310.25 to go short. Oh man,
that's funny.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, Soto, you're something else. Hey.
You gonna go short here?
310.25. I got a short position. Watching it, if it wants to get there. Watching volume though. If it gets too high, I won't.
Yeah. Ooh.
Yuppa.
Next week, not this week, Soto, but next week, your Gators, you have the Bulldogs.
That's right. The largest tailgate party in the world. Yeah, cocktail, yeah.
Have you ever been to that game?
I've been I think twice. I know once for sure, maybe twice. But I've been tailgating. So the actual game I went in once or twice, but I've been tailgating a bunch of times there.
That's a really fun game.
Yeah. My best friend's dad went to Georgia for undergrad, and his son went to Florida, and
Does he
so
bark?
he does not.
I don't see
I
Dr. Smith
respect that.
barking.
I don't like the barking.
Yeah, no, he does not. We call him Mr. G. Mr. G. He does not bark.
Oh,
I also don't like excessive use of Roll Tide,
Right, Dad?
yeah.
usually coming from those that have never
Oh my gosh!
had anything to do with the university.
I told you, this is true. I had a patient before I went to my first Alabama game. I was like, let's say I was going this weekend, and so I was at the clinic, and this lady who's a patient. Okay, it's getting close here. You still
Yeah, I was
got
gonna
your
say
here?
it's about to kiss Brian.
Yeah, I'm at
BK, you still in
10:25. Yeah, well, I'm at
Here's SWAT
10:25.
again. I'm gonna mute
Yeah,
you.
10:25. Yeah. I'm sitting there. I'm waiting.
Yeah.
All right. I like this. I like this a lot.
Yeah, volume staying low. Oh, there's
Okay,
a
this
flash.
is bad. This is bad.
I hate them stinking flashes,
I
man.
hate those
All them
flashes.
buyers coming in right there too. Gosh dang
Dang
it.
it. It looked perfect and just
Yeah, it's
bam.
gonna take me out. That's all right. I'm in the position, so I'm gonna get taken out right here.
Yep.
I hate all them stinking flashes, man.
Flash.
Friggin' hate that.
What is that? Is that our trading lagging, or is that just?
No.
That's just a bunch of buy. I mean, just a flash buy. I mean, it's just like HFT, high frequency trading stuff.
Yeah.
All right, so there's another area here I can look at on a 5 minute that I could look to retrade out of. Dang. I hate that crap.
Yeah.
There's an area right here.
Okay. I got in right on the top of my zone here. So I'm sitting at 11. I got in at 11 flat.
Oh, you did? What zone
Yeah.
do you have there?
I'll have to go back and look.
I've got one at 11.50.
Okay.
So yeah, that's
No,
that's fine. Yeah, I mean, that's good.
My other one is at 12:25, so I don't have your
Yeah,
11:50.
there's one at 12.20. Yeah, I see the one at 12.25, which is actually the
Yeah.
top of that 11.50.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, so I see the 12.25 there.
Yeah, I don't have that one. Let's see if we get some bounce off this one here.
So I put a zone in, I trade in right there at the top of that zone, 11.50, and it's bouncing off of it. And price is increasing, so I got to move that. I wasn't watching that. Price is increasing, so I got to move it. All right. I will relook at this zone up here at 12. There's one at 12 to 12.75. There's one at, I'll put an order in at the top of the zone at 12.25. So watching.
Yeah, I like
volume.
that. I think that's going to be a good trade there.
So watching volume here, so we'll see. I'm ready to move my order quickly though.
Yeah.
Man,
I think where we were was a perfect, because
Yeah,
I was
we
just
were in a
saying
good spot
volume was
there.
decreasing. It was. We just keep getting those flashes once in a while.
That was a good spot. Yeah, that's a HFT probably. That's all right. That's the game, though, man. You gotta. That's the
Game play, man.
That's
Have you
that's
seen
it.
The Office Prison Mike?
No.
You gotta watch that.
Prison Mike.
Yeah, that's when
No.
Michael Scott pretends he's a guy that went to prison, so he talks all tough.
Oh, no. I gotta watch that one.
Yeah, you gotta watch the clip on that. But man, prison's tough because people were complaining about working at the office, and they were comparing it to the prison. Like, well, at least people in prison get to watch TV during the day, and we don't get to watch TV. And they get to go outside, and we don't get to go outside. And so he's like, "Oh, you think prison's tough? I mean, fun, man." And he does his character. It's so funny.
He goes into Prison Mike character, huh?
Prison like character, yeah.
That's funny.
And there's this guy that they just hired, and he was an African American, and of course they're like, he finds out somebody actually went to prison, one of the new hires,
Uh-huh.
And he's like, please not let it be the African American guy. And it was. It was some white crime, color crime thing. And he was trying to play it off. You got to watch it. It's really good. It's a good one. Very good.
Yeah. I have an order to go long at 10 1/4.
10 1/4.
Yeah, it's just bouncing.
Is that a buyer there?
Huh?
A lot of buyers.
Yeah, that's where all these buyers came in and took us out. At 10 1/4, 10 1/2, and 10.75. Big buyers
Yeah, I would
all
do
right
it at
there.
9.75.
So I've got an order there. So we'll see. Yeah, I understand. Yeah, I like I see some 9.75 there too. That's a good one. I'm gonna see if it'll bounce there with all them orders. It's already bounced on there a couple times, so I gotta be careful.
Going back up.
Mentally looking for a 312, 25 short as well, so watching that. Alright. Killing my order there to go long there. Killing it. Because if it wants to come back at this point, it's going to go a little deeper. Yeah, so killing that to go long. Looking at 312 for a short though. Here we go. EJ asked, BK can, or LJ asked, BK, can you please give more explanation about hourly zone? How to allocate, how to use a 5-minute chart, how strong impact do they for trading at 5-minute chart, etc. Yeah, EK, LJ, no problem. Yeah, the hourly zones are the exact same as a 5-minute. Here, let me put a short in here to go short at 12.25. So let me look at that first here real quick. Volume staying down a little bit, which is good. So, do you still like that at 12.25, Soto?
I do. I think it's going to be a good one here, 12.25.
I mean, it's at the bottom. It's at the high of a zone and at the bottom of a zone. So,
yep.
I would see some good rejection there, you would think, here. So, let's watch and see.
Touching those names.
Yeah, it's bouncing on that zone now. You got big buyers right there. That's what I don't like. But it's definitely rejecting. Somebody's got some birds in their window. Dang.
Are you at the beach, Mitchell?
Yeah, that's the old hornbill.
Where do you live?
Alright.
Brought it home from Thailand. I smuggled it.
That's funny.
Alright, so it rejected there, so now I'm going to have to go a little higher probably. Shoot, let's see here. Alright, with that rejection there, I'm going to go a little higher. I'll go to 12 and a half to 12.75. So I'll go to 12 and a half. on my short now to 12 and a half. Since it rejected off of our price there and it's kind of creating this candle here, I'll wait for 12 and a half now to be short here. The volume's still decreasing, which is a good sign. Candles are getting smaller, wicks are getting more prevalent. So as long as volume stays down, we should get some good rejection still. So there he is. I'm getting bumped right here again. Let's see if it's going to put me in here.
Yep.
It's one that's bumping me right now. I've been bumped all day, except that one trade I took a loss. All right, I'm in now. So we'll see if it wants to hold its position here at 1275 and reject.
1275.
Looking for rejection at 1275. That was kind of the thought process for going in at 12 and a half. So we'll see if I can get it. And just to let you know, if I take a loss here, I'm probably done for the day, for the fact that had some good trade entries, but they were just bumping against me. So that just tells me my entries are off right now for whatever reason. So I've taken one loss so far. So if I get it taken out here today, I'll probably go ahead and call it. As far as my trading, I'll stay in the room, but I'll probably call it because that just tells me I'm off somewhere. I'm not picking good entries. So for whatever reason. So if it wants to take me out here, that's what's going to happen. Just so you know. Yep, I'm out. So that'll be it for me on the day as far as my live trading goes. I'm done. I'm just not seeing the entries for whatever reason. So I'm not looking for good places to get in.
They're going deep.
Yep. So I had good opportunities to go long in this run here, but price was just bumped up against me a couple times, never put me in. So just things like that just tells me I'm off somewhere today. So I'm not going to keep throwing money away because I don't want a revenge trade to try to get it back. I'm better off just to call it and watch it for a while and just answer any kind of questions, and then I'll do it again on Monday. So, all right, so let me go ahead and answer this for LJ here. Let me see. BK, can you please give more explanation about the hourly zone? Yep, I can do that. How to allocate, how to use that 5-minute chart, how strong impact do they for trading at 5-minute, etc. Yeah, sure. So, what you'll see on the all it is for LJ, all it is on the hourly zones, or these orange zones. They are just the exact same method we're using between supply and demand and hidden supply and demand, support and resistance and all of that. I'm just doing it on an hourly chart, okay, which just gives me a higher time frame. Okay, so that's all it is. Just give me a different look on a higher time frame. Okay. So if I'll switch to an hourly chart right here for a minute, and you'll see the zones that are drawn up are hourly zones on a higher time frame that do work. I mean, it's the same method that we use in the 5. They just hold a little bit more strength. So for this example, this zone right here at the bottom you see is actually at 0-100 hours right here. Okay, where my cursor's at, I'll let the chart catch up to my cursor. But that's a hidden zone on the hourly chart. Okay, it was respected really nice to the long side this morning, and it was respected to the short side when it broke through this morning. You don't see it here, obviously, but on the 5-minute it rejected in both areas, to the long and to the short. So it just gave me more confidence that was a higher time frame, bigger buyer, bigger sellers, all that good stuff. Looking and recognizing that. The same here on the on this chart as well. If you'll move to the left side, at 9 o'clock in the morning yesterday, where my cursor's at now, there's a hidden zone. I mean, a 1 hour hidden zone there at 9 o'clock, and you'll see that. And we had this blue zone drawn off of 5 minutes out of that zone, which showed a lot of respect. Okay, and it gave us a good bounce here on this current candle that we're in. It gave us a good bounce at the 5-minute. Even though it's pushed through, it's no different than the 5-minute charts. Price will push through after it respects it a few times, and it will push through, no big deal. But then we look to flip those, just like anything else. We look to flip those zones and use those. But on the 5-minute, the 1 hour, I don't allocate anything different because of that. I just still trade. I just look for those areas of strength, confluence. Just gives me more confident that I got an hourly chart lining up, as a trade lining up, as well as a 5-minute trade lining up in the same area. That's really it. No different. That's what gives me the additional strength. So it's as simple as that. There's no more. There's not any kind of magic to that per se. It's just the same method we do on the 5-minute. We do on the hourly as well. I look for it on the hourly to kind of give me some extra confidence that that's a good area to make them trade out of. So that's it. That's it. Nothing more than that. Okay. All right. Kind of wants it. You guys getting anything else? Y'all looking at any other trades here?
Not until it gets back down to like 309.
Okay.
What do you got 309 at? That's the bottom of. I have a zone that goes to the bottom of 3.5. Sorry, 9.5.
You bet, LJ. You bet. Excuse me. So we're coming back into this 1 hour zone here. You could actually flip this to be a long demand zone now. So it's bouncing a little bit off of it right here at the top of it, and that's what we would expect, right? So no different than a 5-minute. So we can look for price to kind of get back into this area at 12.25 down to 11.15. That zone there could actually be flipped for a demand zone at this point. So you can look for trade in there. Look for a trade back down in the 310 to 309 area. So you look to be long here when price comes back in and gives you the opportunity here. I've taken 2 losses today, 2 full stops, so I'm just done for the day personally. I'm not gonna keep trading just because my entries are off this morning. And that's just what I do. It's just for me. I've kind of learned myself over 20 years I've been doing this. I just kind of learned how I do things, and if I'm missing entries, I get frustrated at that a little bit. So when I pick the right areas, pick the right zones, and I'm just not picking the right entries, I get frustrated a little bit. So I'm better off just to call it, and it's just kind of my own way of managing myself and my emotions, instead of trying to catch a bunch of other trades to prove that I'm doing the right things. It's just for me and my trading method and my psychology. I just go ahead and call it. Not a big deal, not dig myself any deeper hole than I should, right? Don't want to do that. So not worried about it. Good week so far. Made some good money, and I got other things working as well in the background, so I'm not too worried about things. All right. But that does not mean that y'all have to take that same mentality. You can trade as often as you want to. It's just what works for me.
I may be hearing things. Is that like a waterfall?
that'd be Mitchell back there.
Yeah.
With the birds.
It sounds like he's in a tropical oasis.
Yes.
Okay. Wait a second.
Hey, got him a point. Attaboy. What was your
Where'd you
trade?
go in at?
I went in at 13 and a quarter
You go short or long?
to go long.
Okay. Yep, good. Bouncing off that hourly zone there. Good job.
Yep. Just
Why
took me
are you
out.
being all quiet about it though, man? Why are you trying to be?
You were talking
Oh.
to LJ.
Well, you go ahead and tell me if you're in a trade. Just hey, I'm getting in this trade.
All right, BK. I'm in the straight. And
That's fine. I'll say all right. Let's talk about it real
no,
quick.
no. Yeah. Okay. Well, I'm out on both my trades now.
Good
On the
job.
micro, I went in at the. I think I went in the same spot on the micro. Yeah. Unfortunately, I only got the point and then the take profit. Came back.
Yeah, I've had no runs today.
No runs today. Yep. Same here.
Oh my gosh, that's some big old shrimp too.
What do you
That's
think
just
about
disgusting.
I gotta watch this out.
This guy's sitting there like, no, don't. I mean, they're not even moving until you pull them up. And they're like, please don't bite me, don't eat me. And
He
this
kept saying it's very fresh, Mitchell. Very fresh.
yeah, hey, don't get any more fresh, does it? Oh,
Mitchell, is that what is the red thing? Because that looks like it's raw as well.
That's like raw meat there. Right?
That's
Like,
raw beef, yeah.
yeah, I like that now. Cook that.
Yeah.
That's fine. Oh man.
Is someone vaping, or is that just like is something hot around there?
What?
Was somebody vaping?
No, that was multiple people smoking cigarettes.
Oh, okay.
You're in China, man. They smoke everywhere.
Yeah.
Let's say they don't vape there, do they? Or do
No, I
they?
don't think.
They
I
just-
think it's illegal.
they
to
just-
vape.
And that's something that's illegal to vape, but it's. I mean,
But they
don't
smoke.
take away my smoking though.
Yeah, they smoke cigarettes like you have never
Yeah.
seen
Oh.
before. It's like 1970 U.S.
That's one thing I remember. Yeah, exactly. When I was over there, is how much they smoke. Man, it's everywhere.
And it's like awful because at dinner, like I grew up, it was only a few years of having like the smoking section in restaurants, you know?
Yeah.
So I've never had to really eat around smoke, and it's so hard to have an appetite when
Yeah.
they're blowing smoke right in your face.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because they don't have a lot of etiquette with it either. I mean, at
Well,
least like put your head straight up in the air and blow it up. I mean, they just blow it into the table. It's like, ugh. But yeah.
So this is not doing what I think I just got lucky with that point there. It's not doing what I expected. I thought we were gonna come back, backtrack a little here, fill up, and then go north. And it's not quite doing it as fast as I thought it was gonna do it.
Yeah, I think it's still gonna go north, but I think it might backtrack a little bit deeper into that zone.
Yeah, I see on your chart you got a little blue area. Where's that at?
That's a zone. That's a 5-minute zone from.
Oh, you can
go
just
back.
tell me the price.
Price is at. It's 9:15. Price is 11.50 up to 12 and a quarter. That was that zone we were trading out of. I was gonna trade out of earlier. I did trade out of actually.
11.50 to 12 and a quarter.
Yeah, 11.50 to 12 and a quarter. Yeah.
Right. It just overlaps. Yeah.
Man, so I think its price could come back down into that 11.75 area.
That's what I was thinking. 1170 or
Yeah.
1175 to 12 even.
Yeah, I think it could bounce right there and go to the long side and continue to go.
But I don't
forward.
like the price action right now and volume spike. Oh no, volume hasn't. I have my
Yeah, volume's down, so it's bouncing
volume
off that
down.
zone.
Sorry,
a
I have
little
a
bit.
Skype screen down there.
Oh yeah, yeah. So there's a 11.12, 11.75 area right there. I think it's going to bounce a little bit from that area, possibly. And then
But it may go a little bit lower to like 1125. I'm gonna put my trade in at 1125.
sure, definitely go lower for sure.
Yeah. I'm sitting at 11.75. See if that happens
You
here.
didn't get in yet, 11. Yeah, bounce off of that. Yeah.
Yeah, it didn't pick me up.
Yeah, so that's
On
why I'd
either
be
mark.
careful now. If it doesn't bounce off of here and go pretty strong, then it's probably gonna go deeper.
Okay.
But
Keep an eye on it here.
yeah, I mean, it can come back deeper into this 10 area, to 9 area.
Oh, sorry, no, I'm not. I'm at 11.25.
Okay. I moved it to 1150 here.
Yeah. It's a good bounce, it's pushing a point. It's pushing 1.4 ticks right there. So but it wouldn't have put you in, just because it's bouncing off of that area. But it's bouncing nicely. It keeps bumping that 4 tick range. So I would probably have to manage my position at this point. If I was in it, but I'm not. I'll be right back. Let me get some water.
All right, buddy.
I'll be right back.
Let's stay hydrated. Oh. You're off today, Mitchell?
Not technically.
Okay.
I think the guy that went with me, he went into work, but he's that guy.
He's that guy. He's committed to the cause.
Yeah, dude. He gets to work every morning at like 6.
Yeah.
His dad also owns the company, so
Oh, well. He's invested in it.
he likes to play boss.
Oh, does he? Oh, man. Yeah, I can't imagine. That's probably not very fun to be with.
No. It's like got that holier than thou attitude too. It's just terrible.
Mm.
Not about religion, but about like the way he works, his work ethic.
Right.
When he talks to you, it's like he's talking down to you. It's like, dude, we are both have the same title as far as like seniority at work.
Right.
So at what point do you think you were my boss?
Right.
It just makes him mad because I've been there about half as long as he has.
Right.
Climbed the ladder a lot quicker.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna pull my 11.25.
Yep, I just put mine as well. That would have been a good if we could. They just bumped me, they didn't pick me up. Yeah, I have not caught any runs today or yesterday. I missed a really good one yesterday. I got picked up and I closed it early because it took too long, and dude, it went up north the whole day.
Really?
Yeah. I got in at the very bottom. It would have been just the perfect trade, but I got out.
Yeah, back here.
But,
Yeah, bounce nice at 11.75. Man, I've been calling good spots to get in, but they've just been bumping against me all day. And the two ones I get into, they blows right through.
That's usually what I do.
That just tells you that my entries are off. That's the sign that tells me to get off the computer. Or get out of the market, I should say. Yeah. Hey, that's funny. Not really.
I hate life.
No, I don't mind. I'm more frustrated at the point that I had great entries and just those never triggered, and then the ones I put in there that I thought were good were just blown away. So it was just kind of one of those days.
Yeah.
But no, everything's great, man. Everything's good. Life is good.
Great, yeah. Happy camper.
Yeah, man. Hey, Mitch, have you ever been to Macau over there?
One time.
Yeah, once. Yeah.
It was unbelievable.
Yeah. I've not yet been there. I'd like to go over there.
It's believe it or not, it's like more high end than Vegas. I mean,
Yeah, I figured it's more high end for sure.
it's insane, but it's a lot of fun. I did some business in Hong Kong a couple years ago, and the guys I was working with over there were like, "You want to take a day trip this evening and go to Macau?" It's like, "Yeah, that'd be awesome." And I worried the language barrier would hinder the games, but if I mean, knowing how to play the games, it doesn't matter.
Right.
You still know if you win or lose.
But do they? I mean, I know because I play some baccarat too. But that's the biggest game over there. But
Yeah.
do they have craps over there?
They have craps. I mean, they have all the normal games, but baccarat and mahjong
Yeah,
is
mahjong. Yeah.
really, really, really popular.
Okay. Yeah. I'd like to go over there one day just because I'd like to go there in the Monte Carlo. I'd like to go to those kind of.
But now there's some straight gangsters over there now.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Straight gangster.
You don't go over there and win a lot of money.
Yeah.
You probably,
You just see people sitting around the tables, and you know, like, all right, yeah, that's some. He's definitely into some stuff,
Yeah.
trading just stupid amounts of money.
yeah.
That's funny.
I want to go to Atlantic City. I don't know why.
Oh, really? Yeah.
Yeah, just I've been watching a show about Atlantic City, and it makes me want to go.
What have you been watching? It's about Atlantic City, like the game, like the game.
It was Boardwalk Empire. It's about
Oh,
like
yeah.
Atlantic City in the 20s and 30s,
Yeah.
which I know it's nothing like that now, but I'd just like to go see. I know it's filthy from what I've read nowadays. It's no place you really want to be, but
It's not
I'd like.
bad. Actually, it's been a couple of years since I've been over there, but it's not bad. I mean, if you stay in the the kind of the main spots, it's not
Right.
bad. I mean, there's still casinos that are making money and keeping things clean, but you can get off of that pretty quick and it gets pretty nasty. But in the main spots, it's still fine. Yeah. I like the Borgata over there. It's pretty it's fun.
Didn't they have to rebuild it after Hurricane Sandy?
Oh, I don't think so, huh? Some of it maybe, the boardwalk area maybe, but not the casinos, no.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever been there. I've never been to Atlantic City.
Yeah. It's still a fun place to go, but it's definitely not like it used to be. It's definitely gone downhill over the last, 20 years or what have you, but it's still a pretty cool place to go. I mean, you still got some nice. The only reason I go there is for the casinos. It's fun.
Yeah.
If I'm going to Philly or whatever to a ball game or what have you, I'll swing over there to.
Yeah. Or to Boston Red Sox game. Yeah.
No,
Man, I love Philly.
Boston. No Boston. Yeah, Philly's a cool place, man. Yeah, Philly's cool.
Mostly for my love of Philly cheesesteak.
Oh yeah.
Now, Mitchell, you've been to Birmingham. There's a diner. It's called Silem's Diner. Have you been there on Soho, on the downtown of Homewood?
What's it called?
Silem's Diner.
No, I haven't.
Dude, they have the best cheesecake. Best Philly cheesecake. I can't.
I got you, bro.
You know what I'm talking about.
Let's say
it's super good.
I'll have to go.
Yeah, I gotta.
We don't have one in Huntsville that I found that's really that great.
I agree with you. I looked everywhere. I did not see one there.
Is that the dude from Philly?
The guy. His dad plays football for Alabama.
Okay.
And maybe I'm pronouncing the name incorrect because of my language barrier. But it's I'm Birmingham here. I'm looking it up here. It's spelled Salem. So Salem.
Salem, probably.
Salem,
yeah. Salem.
Yep, Salem.
Salem.
Like the witch trials.
Yes. Okay. Yes. So
But no,
they have
there either.
They have really good.
But I gotta go to Birmingham this weekend, so I may hit that.
Oh, so you gotta go before 3. I think they close at 3:30 because the owner, he's there all the time. He works there. So he runs the cash register, and right there they got 2 amigos. They're cooking. You can see them, and it's just a little hole in the wall there, but it's so good. It's right across Urban Cookhouse there in Homewood.
Okay. I like me some Urban Cookhouse too.
Let me tell you about Harmon Cookhouse, bro. That's where it's at.
Yeah.
Okay, so they close at 1:45 p.m. every day except Saturday. Saturday they close at 3.
Have y'all ever been to a place called the
Yeah.
Yellow Deli?
Yellow Deli?
So what?
They have like a few of them around the country. There's one in Pulaski, Tennessee. There's one in Chattanooga, but then all the other ones are mostly out west. But it's this Christian cult,
Uh-huh.
and anyway, they run. That's like how they make their money, and they all like live in a house behind the deli. But then the deli is usually an old house. They fix it up. It's beautiful, and it's open 24 hours a day, 5 days a week. They close for 2 days. And I'm
Yeah.
telling you, everything is handmade, organic. They grow their own vegetables. They get their own meat locally sourced, and it is amazing. So if you're ever like in Pulaski or near Pulaski, just look it up and go by there. I mean, it is.
I went
What's
to the
it?
one in Colorado.
Yeah, the one in Colorado. I've been to that one too.
Yeah, I went to the one in Colorado. It's so good. I didn't know they had one in Tennessee.
Yeah, they have two, Chattanooga and Pulaski.
It's called Yellow Deli?
Yellow Deli. Yeah, you should look it up. It's really
I'll look
interesting,
that up.
but it's like it's a cult basically, but it's a Christian cult. I don't they
Okay.
more or less they believe more or
I
less
don't
like
know.
old school Christianity, like not, being I don't know,
So
deluded
the guy's got like
from
4 or 5.
yeah.
He's got like a concubine and all that good stuff. All that.
well, it's like don't get deluded by modern things and modern
Sounds like an
influences.
Amish almost.
yeah, I mean it is. They wear like the longer
Yeah.
dress. They look like hippies. I mean, to be honest with you, it looks like they all like smoke a blunt
Yeah.
before they come to work.
It looks
Um,
like they all like to get high. That's
But they're super nice people. They're not like trying to recruit you or anything when you go in there.
That's good.
But what's amazing about it is homeless people will come in off the street and they let them wash dishes or do whatever. They give them bags of food. I mean, it's like a really
That's cool.
wholesome
I like
environment.
that.
Yeah.
That's cool.
yeah.
Oh, I'd
I
try
never
that
heard
out.
of it. When I met my wife, she was in traveling sales, and she was, she kept talking about this Yellow Deli place, and she finally took me to one, and that's like our date night. Most people go to other places, and we head out to Pulaski and eat at the Yellow Deli.
The Pulaski, Tennessee.
Yeah, we'll drive 45 minutes to eat it. They make these drinks. They call them mates, and it's basically like a muddled fruit tea, and I don't know. I mean, it's like they put little drops of heaven in it. I have never tasted. I can drink 7 of them.
Wow.
They're non-alcohol. There's no alcohol served or anything like that. I mean, it's really family friendly. But the architecture inside, they took an old house in Pulaski and did all the woodwork themselves. I mean, it's worth going just to see the inside of that place. I mean, it's amazing what they've done.
Well, that's only about 45 minutes from where I'm at, so I could go.
Yeah,
I
you'll
got
have to take a
family
trip.
there, actually.
They
Got family
close
there.
down on Friday at 3:00, and they open back up Sunday at noon, because Saturday is their day of worship. So
Gotcha.
they just take off pretty much all day Saturday. But yeah, it's 24 hours a day, 5 days a week. So you can literally go there at 2:30 in the morning. It's just like normal.
That's cool.
Yeah,
Look at this move right here, guys.
Yeah, it came out of that same area again.
Yeah.
you should have called it Soto.
Dude, I was sitting there, it didn't pick me up.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's never picked me up. Mm. But yeah, BK, I think I've only been to the one in Colorado. I think it was near
Boulder.
Is
in
it Boulder? Okay, I was thinking Colorado Springs. Yeah.
The one in Boulder, that'd be Denver area. Springs.
Denver, yeah.
Springs
Okay.
is about an hour south, 45 minutes south of Denver.
It is, very, very good place. Yeah. I didn't know the whole
try that
history of it. I didn't know that they were recruiting people, but yeah.
That's funny because I'm married into a family that, and then they have family in Pulaski, and they've never said anything about that. I'm gonna have to ask
Really?
about that. Yeah. I mean, obviously, I bet they've been there. They just never said anything
Yeah, I
about
mean
it.
it's a hopping little spot. It's always got a bunch of people there, but it's like a old, probably the house was probably built late 1800s, early 1900s, and it must be 8,000 square feet, and they've
Oh,
turned
wow,
it into
cool.
a restaurant. I mean, it's
Oh,
a
yeah, that's
huge
cool.
house.
Yeah, that's cool there.
All right. Looks like we got a posting here on
Okay.
Discord.
Okay.
Look,
Just traded the intraday swing off the 61 fib, down double bottom, exit the high of day, in and out with full position for 12. Hey, attaboy, Alan. That's what I'm talking about, man. Good for you.
in and out.
Yeah, good for you. That's a option. Nice.
I got to read up on these fibs.
I like that. Yeah, man, fibs are good, dude. Fibs are good.
I gotta read up on this for this.
Yeah, man, that's a great trade right there. I mean, he gets in the same place we're getting in, but he's doing it off a fib. That's what I do, draw his fib on the hourly chart, just to kind of use it as confluence, and he got in right there at a good area down there at 3 even. Bounce at 3 even. We were talking about earlier this morning. That's where he got in at.
Nice.
He's taking this whole position up, so that's awesome, Alan. Man, nice trade there. Good job. Good job. 300
Very good.
contracts. Yeah, nice. Or is that November 1st, 300? Yeah, weeklies. I like the weeklies too, man. Very cool. Because you day trade the weeklies, don't you, Alan? Is that right? If I remember correctly, you day trade the weeklies there. Yeah, those are good, man. I like those. Alan's been sitting quietly, just loving this position. He's just been sitting there going, I'm about to show y'all something, boys.
Watch and learn.
Yeah, awesome. I love it, man. I like it. I like it.
It's a nasty day today.
I live for this days.
Yeah, so do you like these kind of days, man? When
Man, I love it. Love it.
when they're kind of overcast and rainy.
Yeah.
You weird like that, man.
Yeah. Well, I was raised in the
In a small village, small village outside.
as a
He's
small
in the
business.
rainforest is where he grew up.
I was born in the rain
Space
season.
Fred was a
Rainy
jack-
season.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
Basically, the Jungle Book. I don't know if y'all have seen that, but that's Soto.
That's
oh man.
It's a bad cup.
we took banana leaves to try to build a hut.
Nice.
It's a big leaf.
Yeah.
That's a bunch
You
of them too.
use it a lot. It's
I'm not a
American,
big fan
just
of
a life.
bananas.
It's American, my life. You going to Beeham tomorrow? You said, Mitchell?
I gotta go one day this weekend
Oh, okay.
when I'm gonna go. Got a buddy that's moving.
Okay. Are you helping him?
Yeah, I'm gonna go help him. He has a hybrid Camry,
Stop it.
so he's not gonna be able to move much in his hybrid.
Have you seen the episode of the Parks and Rec when the little, I can't remember his name, but the Indian dude, the comedian,
Yeah, Aziz.
and he needs to move, so he goes up to the guy who has a truck. He's like, "Hey, you got a truck, right? It's a nice truck." And the guy's like, "Yeah." "Oh, wait, what do you need?" "Oh, man,
Yeah, so what do you need?
I just need you to move my stuff." Yeah, it's so funny.
I saw him in Nashville.
Did he?
Yeah, do a comedy skit. It was great.
Oh, did he actually go? Or you just saw him like on the street?
No, I went to the comedy skit. It was awesome.
Nice, yeah. I think he's funny.
We've got a good comedy club here in Huntsville now.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, Stand Up Live. They have some really big A-listers come, like people that I would not believe would come to Huntsville.
All right. Okay.
I love to go to a comedy show.
I've never been to one.
You've never been to one?
No, I've also never been to a concert.
What?
Yeah.
What have you done with your life?
I don't know, man. Just I don't know. I don't sing at church either, so
Well, there's some things we've got to check off your bucket list.
yeah. I've been to church with BK over here. BK starts singing. I feel like I have to sing.
You don't even stand up there and worship, man. What's wrong with you? You just sit.
Yeah.
You don't
Yeah.
even stand?
You don't even
He-
stand.
yeah. So your BK starts standing up. I look at your dad. I'm like, do you need to stand up?
My dad has this just low monotone singing voice.
Dude, your dad does not sing. When I went to church with your dad, he sits
No,
with
he,
me.
used
And
to
we
hit a
just
few, he used to hit a little singing back in the day.
okay. Yeah.
He was in the choir for a while.
Stop
Was
it.
he really?
Stop
Yeah.
it.
Oh.
I needed to know that. That's good.
Oh, yeah. Alright, so this is a good strong move here.
Yeah.
We're running into some resistance though up here. This is a good zone up here on hourly. Hey, everybody okay? Or is that your dog? That's your dog.
That's my dog. He thinks because I'm in the house, he wants to come talk to me.
Oh, that's cool.
He has to be touching you at all times. Make sure that I'm not attacked by something.
Is this the which dog is this one?
My big white dog, man. Not the other one. The other one lives out back. He hasn't earned house privileges yet.
Right. And this is the one that your mom was keeping, right? Until
Oh yeah,
recently?
this is the one that was purchased for my mother, and she kept him for about 3 months and said, "You got to come get this animal."
Buford. I remember some stories from Buford. Yeah.
Yeah, now Buford, he was my OG.
Yeah.
Oh, gee.
He had one eye.
One eye. He went through college with me and everything. Greatest dog ever.
That's funny.
Alright, boys, well, I'm going to go ahead and shut this thing
Yeah.
down. So I'm going to go ahead and pull Mitchell's chart up in here. We'll kind of go over this for this 1 point a day challenge. So you can see Mitchell's chart here. It shows where he got in. Right here at 302 and a quarter. Got his first point at 301 and a quarter. So nice job there. A little bit of a trail there. Nice job. So that shows the that 1 point was made this morning. So nice job there, Mitchell. So
Thank you.
let's go ahead and update this chart. This spreadsheet now. All right. So 10, 25, 19. 1 point trades, 1.1, 0 point loss. So nice job. All right, so you can see the updated spreadsheet now. We're up to $971.20 on the 1 point a day challenge. So up $1,971.20. So very nice job there. So a winner today. So we'll keep fighting, try to get to that 2,000 mark so we can multiple contract it. And we'll grow it from there as well. Continue to grow this thing. So good job. 45 days in. Up 97%, so that's a good job. So we'll keep running that. So that's that 1 point a day challenge that's been met. So that's it. So good job, guys. Everybody, good job for being here. Thanks, Paul, Alvin, LJ. Thank you guys for being here this morning. And then we'll look to. Mitch Soto, come on, man. You just always got to throw something in there, don't you, bud?
So Mitchell, I know you can't see the chat, but I said, what's the deal with the color bars, dolly bars? You have some weird colors, and then I said hashtag red and green. Sorry.
I'm a blue and red kind of guy. I use blue for
That's
positive.
all right. No worries. That's all right. So, all right, guys. So that's gonna be it, man. So I'm gonna go ahead and shut her down. Nice trade on that, Alan. Nice trade on that option there. Very nice move for today. Good job there. But all right, guys, that's it. We'll hope everybody has a great weekend. And
You too.
yeah, we'll look and do this. We'll meet up again on Monday morning. Well, I might be a little bit. I probably might not be here on Monday. I don't know yet. But I'll let you guys know that. But if I'm not here on Monday, we'll do it on Tuesday. Okay.
All right.
Sounds good.
All
See
right,
you then.
guys. See y'all then. Bye bye.